Hey, this is Aaron, and today we're going to talk about something so unbelievably complicated that I'm going to get a whole bunch of it wrong. But we're going to try to talk about it a little bit today because it is a very important issue, and it deals with something that is near and dear to my heart, a place that a lot of us know about if you're an anarchist or you're a communist. Of course, that place is Rojava. Now, Rojava, for those of you who don't know, is situated in the northern part of Syria and just below Turkey. And it is a fully autonomous area that works under democratic confederalism, or anarcho-communism if you want to be more specific. It's modeled after the ideas of Murray Bookchin and put into practice by the writings of a man named Abdullah Öcalan. Now, I know I'm pronouncing that word or that name wrong, but he's an absolutely amazing person and has been imprisoned on an island for life because, well, basically the beliefs that he has. But that hasn't stopped the Rojavan people, the Kurds of northern Syria, to basically implement all of the ideas that he has come up with to create a democratic confederalist society that works completely autonomously as an anarcho-communist society. It's really quite fascinating. It's really quite interesting. Actually, it's fucking incredible. It's astounding that they were able to do this, but it is an incredibly complicated issue because the reason why they were able to create this area where they were able to actually implement this experiment of anarcho-communism, which has been working quite well, by the way. They've instituted all sorts of things to allow for gender equality and to inform people on how socialist and communist and anarchist system works. It's really interesting. It's absolutely fascinating, and definitely check out more about that, but I don't have time to talk about that today because we're going to be talking more about how complicated this issue is and the news that came out recently about this. So, to make things a little bit more complicated, these people that are in Rojava, the Free Syrian people, Free Syrian Army, I can't remember what it's called, the YPG, I think it is, something like that. They are fighting against ISIS. And ISIS is also being fought by the United States military. So, the United States military and the Free Syrian people have a common goal, have a common enemy in that area. So, they have been working together. The United States has been funding arms to be given to those rebels that have been fighting in northern Syria to fight against ISIS. And they've also been calling in airstrikes to make sure that they are able to defeat ISIS in that territory. But, unfortunately, recently, the United States has declared that they've eradicated every drop of ISIS from that area, so they no longer need to be in that territory, leading to all kinds of other complications. Now, to make things even more complicated here, you have to realize that the northern part of Syria, where Rojava is directly below Turkey. And Turkey really doesn't like the people that are in Rojava at all. It wants to basically create a genocide there. They want to come in and they want to destroy everybody that's there. And I believe in 2014, they did exactly that to a couple of the cities. Laid waste to the entire place so they could expand their territory. They're basically doing an ethnic cleansing of all the Kurdish people that are living in that territory. And that's what they've been wanting to do for many years now. But the only thing that's been stopping them is the United States military being present in that area. You see, Turkey, to a certain extent, is an ally of the United States. And so long as there are United States troops in that area, they're unlikely to basically bomb the shit out of the place. But since the United States and Trump is leaving that area, that leaves these Kurdish people completely defenseless. Or not completely defenseless, they have all kinds of defense. They are awesome fighters. But it leaves them in a position where they are no longer going to have the protection from the United States military. So that means that Turkey is going to be able to walk in and shell the fuck out of the place and just destroy all of this work that they've put towards making this amazing society, this revolution actually possible. It's a sad situation, And like I said, it's extremely complicated. It's not a good thing that the United States goes around the entire world being the military police, being the world police. It's not a good thing that the United States is interventionalist. But like Noam Chomsky said on this same issue, everything to do with international politics is complicated, and we can't set everything up on certain axioms of it only works this way or we can only do things that way. Sometimes things are complicated. So though I think that the United States interventionalism all across the entire world is, for the most part, wrong, in this one specific instance, if there was to be a small faction of United States military troops still left in that region, they would actually have a chance of seeing through this amazing experiment in how we can operate more democratically without any sort of hierarchy or framework that works under a capitalist structure. It's fantastic. And unfortunately, without having that presence there, it could all be destroyed. And that's really sad. That's really sad for everybody because, well, there are a lot of people, a lot of leftists that have gone to that area from all across the entire world, Germany, France, America, everywhere, Britain, and fought alongside these Kurdish people to actually free this territory, to actually fight in this actual real revolution. And that's amazing. A lot of people see these pictures of anarchist groups that are somewhere embedded in the Middle East somewhere, all wearing masks and having black flags with anarchy A's all over them and carrying Kalashnikov rifles and stuff. We've seen these pictures before, and if you've ever wondered where they were from, that's where they're from. These people are out there fighting ISIS, fighting the bad guy that the United States has declared war on all across the entire world. They're actually fighting for a revolution. They're fighting for democratic confederalism, anarcho-communism every single day. That's amazing. It's complicated. Of course, they have made mistakes. There has been bumps along the way. They haven't done everything right. Of course they haven't. Nobody can. Nobody knows what this is going to look like. If this experiment was able to actually be pushed through, it would be something amazing, something revolutionary, not seen since Spain many, many years ago when the CNT-FAI actually had control over a large size, country size area. We haven't really seen an anarcho-communist, a democratic confederalist, a social libertarian country since then. And now we have one. And the United States and Donald Trump is doing everything that he possibly can to destroy that. And that's sad. Well, anyway, that's my show. My name is Aaron. Tell me more about this situation, how you feel about it in the comment section below, because I want to know more about how you think. If you do get a chance, check me out on Patreon. Every dollar does help fund this show. Thanks for watching.